Meow. Meow.
Meow.
Hi guys. Welcome to Crafted. Real quick, do you guys hear me good? Because I've got a little different setup than normal and my speaker's off to the side because if I have it right in front of me, you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing tonight. And I want to thank Skipper, the amazing co-host, for coming in and helping me out. Skipper, you're amazing.
What I
Do
do?
you know that?
No, I don't. No, I didn't know that. I just
What
do
shirt
what I
you got
do.
on there?
This fella I met at the Clash, second year in a row. Aquarium Domain.
That's
Awesome
awesome.
dude. Very awesome dude.
I love getting the different T-shirts at the vendors and stuff that are at when they have them for sale because you get some really cool nerdy shirts.
Oh
Super
yeah, it's
cool.
like the one I have. It says "Got Catfished." I have one that says "Bottom Dwellers."
Nice. Well, I got just a Fish Geek, the Madakas. I like that, but it's in Japanese. That was from Ryan not real fish tanks, natural fish tanks. Ryan in
Yeah,
Florida. He's an
you
amazing
know
guy.
what? It's wild fish tanks.
Oh, wild fish tanks. Thank you. I'm terrible with names, and I'm sorry, Ryan, but he's such a cool dude. Um, yeah, I've got to hang out with him quite a bit throughout the years, and he's just always good stories.
Oh well,
But
I hung out with him
yeah,
at the Fishtoberfest. Ryan.
oh wow, he flew all the way. Oh wait, not that Ryan. Big tall Ryan from Florida.
That's who I'm talking about. Oh, I meant
Oh,
the Triple Crown.
he went up to
Triple Crown.
Portland.
Triple Crown. Sorry, Triple Crown.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was there too. That's where I got my Madaka shirt, and I also got his shirt.
That's where I got the Bottom Dweller shirt the same weekend.
Nice. Can you guys hear the train behind me?
No, I don't.
This thing is amazing. It's so amazing. Nico, say something. Oh, I just hit Nico in the head. Didn't phase him. I think it's mostly fur. Nico is hanging out right in front, where it's probably going to be really annoying here shortly. But, well, so should we just get right into today is a DIY craft. And
Well,
it's something, yeah.
let me do hellos first, and then you get into everything.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. I don't have my chat on because I've got to show some video.
That's fine. I got you. First in is Oink Master Supreme forever.
Oinky.
Thank you, Oinky. And then we got Better Guppy Gal. How you doing? We got the Bee Whizzle.
Howdy.
We got
Brandon.
Yep. We got Amazon Research Center of Ornamental Fishings. What's up, Doc? We got the Lando. We got Paul Sotero. You're here. Adam McReynolds. Chris Aquazone. Scuba Steve-O. Night Owls. Shelby, how are you? You got Fish Fam.
I'm wearing Shelby's shirt.
Yeah, I need to get one of those. I think I said Night Owl. Let's see here. Nathan Have, Xanadu, SC Catahoulous, and Stephen P. And also
Awesome.
Dennis Christensen.
Wow. Well, that's a whole mess of people really fast right off the bat. Well, so tonight I'm going to try something that I've never seen anybody else do. And maybe people have done this. I don't know. But it's a filter that I want to try. I'm going to, I don't know if I'm not necessarily going to say I invented it because my local fish store has something called an algae scrubber. And he uses algae on those bio balls and he rinses water through it to eat it. So today I'm coming up with is a moss filter. It's for my goldfish tank because I like having plants in all my tanks. And I can't just plant pothos in there because the cats love to hang out around that fish tank, and they will just kill all the pothos, and maybe eventually the pothos will kill the cats. So no go on the pothos. And I have lots of algae. Or not algae, I have lots of moss. Let me see if I can find it. I'm already in the right area. I had to make videos right before the show started because my photos wouldn't come up. But I'm growing a couple tubs of, we're in the way. Okay, well, as you can see, a lot of moss behind us. Oh, wait a minute. I hit backdrop. That was the original idea. Here's the, okay, so you see this is a tank just filled with moss, a 110-gallon tank that I'm working on. But if you kind of notice, the moss is actually growing out of the tank. See up at the top here, I've got a different video. See how it's growing out of the water? What my plan is to do is I'm going to have a waterfall trickle effect going down, and I'm going to have moss coming up through the waterfall. So you're not going to see the water actually trickling because I'm hoping that moss will just completely engorge the whole thing and have it completely filled. And then if moss gets into the tank, the guppies are going to eat, or the goldfish are going to eat it, and I don't care. You know, I put duckweed in there for them to eat, and there's never duckweed the next day. So this is my idea to try to add some type of a plant thing to the situation. So these are my blueprints that I made.
Make yourself bigger, Ed.
Okay, that's a really good idea. Hey, Skipper, can you still talk?
Yeah, I'll be the voice in your head.
Oh, cool. So what I did was I went for a 2-foot planter, and then I'm going to have a fish light above it to keep the moss alive. I'm going to use egg crate, PVC pipe, hose. Oh, I forgot to bring the hose up, I think. Darn it. Oh, well, you guys are going to have to pretend like I got the hose. And I probably don't have the pump because the pump was with the hose. And what did that? Oh, lava rock. And then I'm going to use some lava rock behind the waterfall. So first things first is let's move this back a little. And the cat is probably going to have to move. This is my planter. And if anybody has any questions, you can ask Skipper. And like Skipper, is it like at Skipper for your name for you to see them easier? Or
yeah, I'll have my YouTube up, so if they have a question, they can put at Skipper's Aquariums, and I'll ask it.
Awesome. So this is going to be on a 55-gallon tank. This thing cost $11 at Lowe's today. I'm going to set it so the tank is going to go along this inside of this and then down this. So the corner is going to be kind of like off to the side. Does that make sense to you guys? Do you think that, did you understand what I'm trying to say? Skipper?
So do it again.
Like, if this is let's pretend like this is a 55-gallon tank. I'm going to have this corner. Oh, that's a terrible way to demonstrate. Well, maybe I could do this. 55-gallon corner of the tank is going to go up just like that.
Okay.
So that way these are going to be on the outside of the tank. And this one's going to be on the outside. But the ones over here are all going to be on the inside of the tank. And it's just going to rest on the corner of the top of the tank.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So The first thing is I've got to figure out how to do this from backwards. There. So, well, you know what? I'll just make whatever. If it comes out the wrong way, I'll just put it on the other side of the tank. But I want to cut it so the waterfall isn't dripping off the side of the tank, obviously. So I've got to do one cut this way and then one cut this way. And Nico, you're not going to like this. I wish you would move. So I'm going to try using a simple saw. Yeah, this is getting right through it. I knew it would this way. You heard that noise.
I remember that, Saul.
Okay. Now
So
this side.
3G says it's going to be like an over the tank sump.
Yeah, basically. But it's not going to hold much water. And we'll get to that here in a minute.
I see we got a few more people coming in while you're cutting. We got Kalish. We also got Storm Riders Legacy.
Riders of the Fence.
Nancy B showed up. Hello, 3G. Thanks for the question.
What was that?
3G. I told him thanks for the question.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I appreciate that, 3D. 3G.
Fish Frenzy Addiction. Keep an eye on your. I would keep an eye on your backstage if I was you.
Okay.
And Liquid Zoo said, "Ask Skipper questions." You say, what came first, the chicken or the egg? That's a good question.
It is a good question. Okay. Or a hard question.
Yeah, Adam McReynolds says he loves those little hand saws. He had one, but he lost it. I got to use that hand saw. Works pretty good. And we don't hear you now. You shut your mic off. Still don't hear you. We're having some technical difficulties here. Nah, still nothing. No, nothing. Nah, he bumped his mic when he put that thing on there, so it may have disconnected it. Check your mic source in the settings in the StreamYard.
How about now?
Yep, we hear you.
Okay, what happened was I must have hit the power to going to this. And so and that caused the StreamYards to mute me.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I unplugged everything else trying to get it to work before I realized that. So then I remuted myself, but I was muted over here. Okay. So now I've got this 1x2. I'm going to use it because I want to have this. I cut that, and we're going to fold it down because we want the waterfall to go over it, but I want a nice tight angle on it. So this is where I'm going to gamble with my heat gun. And like I say, guys, I've never tried this before, but I think it's going to work.
All right, Larry D, that sucks. I know the rain's actually coming this way. Larry D says he got bagged signal tonight because of rain. He will be lurking if he can even see or hear the stream.
So you guys aren't going to see this. Well, maybe at first you will.
That's right, Amish. Don't try this at home.
Let me fail at it first.
Let
But if
him
it's a huge
show you what
success,
not to do.
this is a heat gun. I used to use these to change my blades on my hockey stick. But this is not the one that I used to use for my hockey stick. So I think this must be my dad's. And I stole it because I thought it was mine.
You borrowed it.
So this is some awesome entertainment. Is there a high? Oh, there is a high. I was on low.
Oh.
Ooh, you can see it getting red. And the cat's coming back over. Oh, he decided to leave. So what I'm doing is I'm getting this plastic soft. So that way it's going to be bendable. Because I just don't want to cut it off. Oh, that's weird. At first, the plastic was melting downwards. And that time, the plastic started bending back upwards.
Yeah.
Let's see if we got enough.
Now you're trying to bend that down.
Yeah.
So this is
Nope.
just my,
I did not get it enough. I'm going to do the insides too.
well, wouldn't it help if you were bending it and heating it at the same time?
You know what? Unfortunately, Skipper, I can't hear you very good because this stupid thing is so loud next to my head.
Oh. I said, can you heat and bend at the same time?
We'll see.
Oinky says she's glad she took her bike today to the movies. Probably will be the last night, pretty much because of the weather and stuff. Yeah, I get it. Oh yeah, that's true, June. Once you get it bent to where you want it, you need to hold it until it cools. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, it's definitely getting pliable.
Yeah, it's probably going to take a while, a little bit.
But it's not bending just like I want it to.
That must be some pretty durable plastic.
Yeah, I didn't think this cheapy stuff would be this good. Getting hot on my fingers.
Dreamweaver Aquatics and Aurora. Hello. Trash Cat's here.
Hi, trash cat. I touched it with my thumb.
Ah. and check backstage.
Oh, okay, hang on. Oh, hang on, this is hot. We have a special guest. And I don't like this angle. There we go. We have
Hey,
TJ Autocross.
how
Super
are you
cool
guys?
Hello,
Oh,
TJ.
yeah.
Hello. Sorry about that. I was late coming over from hanging with Vibes on his stream.
No,
It's
it's
all
okay.
good. So what I'm doing right now is I'm making a waterfall
Mm-hmm.
that's going to go over, or Moss is going to be under the waterfall collecting stuff from the water,
Nice.
all
Nice.
the bad nasties.
And that's what, a planter box head that you're making that out of?
It is. It's a 1-foot planter box.
Nice.
Wow, I really
Nice.
burned my thumb.
So Benjamin Peters asked, "Is it like a bog filter?
A what?
A bog filter?"
Uh,
Bog
yeah, probably so. Let me keep going until I get this done.
So how you doing, TJ?
Doing great, man. I haven't seen you since the Clash, which was only a couple of weeks ago, but it feels like a long time, huh?
Yeah, it does.
What a fun time that was. What a fun time that was.
I had a really good time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got some new.
I just wish it would have lasted longer. TJ
Yeah.
was going to let me get into his, well, I don't know, get in, but let me look into his Porsche. And I've never been like able to actually just like nose around and see what the insides of a Porsche looks like. And then I blew it.
Yeah, it was. I was leaving Monday morning, and I sent you a message all of a sudden, like, "Hey, I'm packing up. If you want to come out." I had pulled it up front, so we didn't have to stand out in the rain.
I'm notoriously bad at looking at my messages.
Sure.
He is. He's terrible.
We'll have another opportunity at some point.
Yeah.
Skip, you said you got some new fish.
Yeah, I got the new. Well, it's a catfish. It's a wood cat. And
Yeah.
one of the common names for it is the honeycomb wood cat.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to get the tank more planted so they don't have to hide a lot,
Mm-hmm.
because they seem to be hiding a lot right now.
Yep. And not enough places, so they feel a little insecure.
Yeah.
And they're little guys, yeah?
Yeah, they right now they're probably about 1.5 to 2-ish. But they get up to about 3 or 4, which is good enough for me.
Yeah.
Would I love to have bigger catfish? Yeah, but you need bigger space.
That is true. That's for when the indoor pool comes in, yeah?
Yeah. Oh my. Listen, I thought about that, but then I was like, wait a minute, I don't even want one of these in my backyard.
Oh. Does that get a little bit harder to justify for the family that no, kids, you can't have a pool in the backyard, but
Yeah,
I got one in the
man.
basement?
Yeah, my wife's been wanting me to get a swimming pool, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to take care of it because I know I'd be the only one.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, hard work.
Right. So I saw people, putting them in their basements and stuff on their back porch with fish, or an existing in-ground pool, turned it into an aquarium. I can't justify that. For one, I know it would be good for me to maintain because I'm going to have a fish living creature in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to use a lot of chemicals, but that just wouldn't be right.
Yeah.
Or I can make it to where it depends on the what fish you put in there. Jump in, kids.
Yeah.
Make a direct pond in your basement.
A dual purpose, yeah.
Let's get some heat lamps and a projector screen. We'll make them think they're on a beach.
There you go. There you go. Now you're thinking. Now you're thinking.
You got a couple more people come in.
Awesome.
Xavier's Fish Tank, and you got the KJE Aquatics come in.
Hey guys.
Oh,
So,
Oinky
this-
said something nice. She hopes someday, I almost said Sunday. I hope someday soon that Ed and I can work on crafting together.
That's so
that would
cool.
be awesome.
That
She's a
is
pretty
so
amazing girl.
Cool. Yes. You're not too bad yourself there, Ed.
Well, I appreciate it, but I'm definitely, what's it called? What's it called when you're batting in a different league?
Out of your league?
Yeah,
Mm.
she's so much better. But let's don't talk about that.
What are you doing now, Ed?
So now what I've done is I want a back wall, and I didn't make it big enough, or I made it too big still. But this is corrugated plastic. Oh, let me let me see if I can do this. Nope. See if I can do this. Now let's see if I can bring you guys in. There we go. So I need something to put the moss on to grow. So this is going to go inside,
Mhm.
but I've got to make it so it's going to fit in there.
What's it going inside? The tank or that thing?
It's going to go into the planter.
Okay.
And like I said, TJ, I've never seen a plan for this or anything, so I'm just kind of creating this off the top of my head. But I've thought about it for quite a while, and I've been wanting to do this because I've got goldfish. They're mighty dirty,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to add plant life to the tank to help clean because I like the bio cleaning.
Yep.
But I can't do pothos because my cats are all around this tank, because this tank is in the hallway to going into my living room. So you walk right by the goldfish. They're not in like the heated room, because I just don't need to have them temperature controlled.
Mm-hmm. So it's the moss version of like using a pothos like in your hang on back or something like that.
Yes.
Yep.
But moss grows great. Let's see. I'm going to make this a little thinner. Moss grows really good outside of the water too, as long as it's moist. And the whole idea is I'm going to be trickling water down on it. This is see how the moss comes out of my tanks that I have moss growing in?
Yeah.
The whole idea is to have this whole thing covered with the moss, and it's going to come up and out.
Uh-huh. So you're going to make like a moss mat basically out of that plastic. You'll connect it to the plastic.
Yep.
And hang it inside the planter box, and then you're going to drip the water, I assume, from the tank and just recirculate it back down into the planter.
There you go.
That's awesome.
I think it's going to look pretty good. Now, tonight, I'm not going to be actually putting the moss on because time restraints. I mean, we're already halfway through the show.
Well, you plan on getting the craft done before your next stream next week, or what?
Yes.
So
but I think it's going to look really good in a couple of weeks once the moss is growing strong. So I'll have to throw photos of it up or something. I actually bought enough supplies so I can make a second one.
There's a cat question. Does anyone know if sweet potato vine will be okay for cats?
I'm pretty sure it's not a problem. My cats have chewed it and they haven't gotten sick. The sweet potato, like growing in your fish tank.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you see that's an option, but they're goldfish and they will eat all the roots off of the sweet potato. They'll probably end up eating the sweet potato. Goldfish are like trash disposals. I mean, they eat everything that they can.
Do they eat moss, Ed?
I think they will.
Will they?
But any moss that breaks off and tries to go somewhere else, I don't mind if they eat it. You know, I drop duckweed in there daily, and it's always gone by the end of the day. Okay. Now we're talking.
And do you have it covered with something, Ed, or is that just the protective covering that they put on it when they manufacture it, the black stuff?
Oh, no, it's white.
Yep.
So I sprayed it with Krylon Fusion.
Ah, which is the stuff that you hydro dip with.
Yes.
Yes.
I love the Krylo Fusion.
Yep.
It is good stuff. And that's another reason why I'm not going to finish it actually today, because I'm going to use egg crate over this to hold the moss down, and the moss is going to grow out of the egg crate. So do you see this?
Yep.
Yep.
Hopefully it's just going to flow right out.
Yep.
And I'm going to bend this more later. But right now it's long. It's like longer than the bottom of the thing. So if I bend it now, it's just going to bend back to flattening out. So, but you guys got an idea of how the waterfall is going to be going. So now, where's my egg crate? Here's the egg crate. This stuff is also called light diffuser.
Oh yeah.
Egg crate. You can buy it at Lowe's in the lighting department. So I'm going to take this out because that is going to be my model or my frame for what I'm breaking. And
have you found a preferred way, Ed, to cut that egg crate stuff? It's not, since it's not like the paper or anything like that, it takes a little bit more work.
It does. It takes quite a bit more work. But let me show how I do it real quick. I should have taken a better marker or something. But let's see. I just need to score this. So what I do is I like taking, where'd my needle nose go? Oh, I like taking a needle nose pliers. And I got to find where I scored. Okay. And I literally break each individual piece with the needle nose. Because if you go both ways, you kind of just pop it out.
I know that's better than I see people using like a pair of side cutters and everything goes flying.
You and I were thinking the same thing, Skip. I thought that was going to be absolute just chaos.
Yeah.
Well, I've been using this egg crate for a long time, and I've discovered that this is like the best way is a needle nose pliers.
It looks a lot simpler than using side cutters, wire snips, or whatever you want to call it.
There is sometimes it breaks, like right here I broke up into it. But this I'm going to paint all black also because I don't want to have white on the filter because your eyes are going to go right to it. But I didn't want to spray paint it because I wanted you guys to be able to see what I'm doing, because when you paint it black, you can't see anything on it.
Well, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to attach them both to each other with zip ties.
Yep.
But I think the moss is going to grow way over it. But yeah, I mean, it maybe took a little more effort to do it this way, but, and then I'm just going to go over and break all these itty bits off.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's better to do it that way than have pieces flying everywhere.
Mm-hmm. It came out super clean.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
So then, Ed, you'll stick the moss underneath. It'll start underneath the egg crate.
It will.
Okay. And will you glue it to the plastic, or?
I'm going to use zip ties,
To
and I'm going to drill
hold?
little holes in
Yep.
the plastic,
Yep.
and then we'll zip tie it tight.
Okay. So the egg crate is what the thing that's going to hold the moss down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the goal. And now I got to make it so it angles up.
Now, would you super glue for the moss to hold it in place while it's getting put together, or no?
I'm not going to. I'm going to just pinch the moss down, and the moss will just stick between it. Because, like, I've seen people use that metal, what's it called? Stainless steel is normally the only thing recommended for your fish tanks, but I've seen people have no problem at all in, he gave it to me, the guy that does it. Oh gosh, what's it called? Galvanized
Hmm.
wood or wiring. And he took two pieces of galvanized wire and put the moss in between it and put the galvanized down. And then I don't know how he tightened it so that the two pieces were stuck together, but the moss just came out like crazy, like a sheet of moss.
Hmm.
So there's that. Normally I would use a marker, but I forgot to bring a marker in.
Excuse me. I've seen like a lot of them moss carpets they make. They use so much different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I swear that one mesh that they used is like a metal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then I've used I've used a little bit of super glue. I've also used like fishing line
Yep.
Yeah.
to secure it to different things.
I think that's fishing line's great for like wood.
Mm-hmm.
I used the moss that I put on a piece of driftwood I put in this tank over here. I used the super glue, and it did good. I mean, at first, it looked ugly until it started to grow.
Mm-hmm.
And now that Java moss tries to take over the tank, and I got to pull some out.
Mm-hmm.
But the shrimp, the guppies, the tetras, the plecos, the cories, and two female bettas I put in there, yeah, they don't care. They're happy.
Mm-hmm. It sucks up enough nitrates that makes the water a little better, and they could probably use it for all sorts of different things, even find little organisms to eat. And
Yeah, it's crazy because that tank's always clear. Because I have other plants in there, but I'm going to say it's definitely a good, once you get it established in your tank and it takes off to where you got to like trim it, that means it's pretty healthy.
mm-hmm.
And I'm going to agree that it's going to be a pretty good filtration system
Yeah.
to help out.
Yeah, it grows so fast, right?
Yeah, this Java moss does. Yeah, I got some Christmas moss off of Grant and Shelby, the Garden Eaters, and I'm gonna hopefully I can get it going because I really like it. I had problems with it from other people, like trying to see if it's that or it's probably me.
Mm.
Speaking of the devil, there he is, Grant.
Oh yeah. Hey, Grant.
Are you sure it's actually me? I'm just wearing his shirt. It-
You're in the
okay.
chat playing the part of Grant.
Yeah.
It would have been cool if I would have put my head down. I was Grant, actually.
Yeah.
Grant says, Ed, I'm gonna have to show you how to hack those up with a butter knife like a samurai sword. I've actually seen it that way too.
Oh, the egg
Okay,
crate.
so
Yeah.
I like my slow, methodical method, but I like to see things get destroyed by swords, so I'll still watch. Okay, so the egg crate. Now the egg crate's going to be black, so I'm going to spray paint that black. But I'm going to put the moss, sandwich it between those. So now you guys see what's going on, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's bring this filter or the thing up. Let's see. We're going to put this in first, and I don't want to glue it because I want to be able to get underneath and clean it eventually. So that's why I'm just going to use zip ties to get it so it stays in place. But I'm also underneath, I'm going to throw lava rock. I don't know how much flow will be under there, but anything that's beneficial bacteria, that's just a couple pieces. I've got a whole bag over in here, but the lava rock will also help keep it up.
And Ed, is this going to be the only filtration you'll have on that tank, or?
No, it's not. Right now I have a biofilter that's like little plastic things that are spinning with water that I made, but I don't think it does enough for goldfish because they're so dirty. And I've got a giant sponge filter in there.
Okay.
So I'll keep the giant sponge filter out, and I'm going to take the bio thing out and put this in.
And put that instead. Yep.
So now this I'll be painting black. It's the new type of PVC that's real flexible.
Mm-hmm.
It's
But I want it.
oh,
What do they call that? PAX?
thank you. Yeah.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah, it's PEX. Comes in red and blue and black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just buy the blue because it's so good looking in the fish tanks. And I should have brought. Oh, I just knocked my phone off. I should have brought a good cutter for it, but that worked.
Hey, Garcia and Craig's
Garcia. And what I'm going to do, and I'm not going to do it here, but I'm going to take a drill bit and I'm going to drill perfect holes all the way down this. So that way the water is going to flow down it.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I don't want to do it here is because I don't want to be drilling into my glass table.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
So that's going to be like your spray bar, Ed.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I had hose, I forgot to bring it up, that was attached to the filter. And the hose is going to just stick on the end and go down, not the filter, to the pump.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this was the diagram that I made for my kind of idea.
Oh, look at that.
And
Okay.
it's slowly coming together. So now let's put this up. And we want the hose to go in on this side because this is the side that's going to be hanging off. And I got a drill. Oh, it's really wobbly. I don't like that. Doesn't feel like it's going all the way down. Huh.
It's pretty short right there.
Doing that right on my burn.
That'll make it tougher.
There we go.
Just rub some dirt on it.
Yeah, spit on it, rub some dirt on it.
That's it. That's all you got to do, Ed. You'll be fine.
If it don't stop bleeding, I'll send you a pack of electrical tape.
And some super glue.
Well, I am on blood thinners.
Oh, hell, I'm going to send you the Gorilla Tape then.
Ooh, I love Gorilla Tape.
Man, that stuff is the best invention ever.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It really, really is. The glue's not bad. Okay. See, look. Oh, this is awesome. It's going through.
Nice. It's too short.
Oh, no, it's not. So, there we go.
I've got a question.
Yes.
I have a question. So that's not going to go the whole way through, right?
What do you mean?
So it stops there at that end, right? Or did it go?
Yes.
Did you drill? You only drilled one hole. Okay. The
Yes.
question is this: are you going to plug that end?
This end?
No, no. I'm talking about the end you just put up against the thing.
Oh. Yes, and I'm not there yet. I'm looking for my pieces.
Sorry, I'm a step ahead.
Darn it. Nope, I didn't. That wasn't it. I'm looking for where my plug. Ah! I know that it was here somewhere. Nico probably knocked it off the table
Probably
because it's
chewing
falling around. Okay, well, let me stand up for a minute and look if it's on the other side of the computer.
Yeah, that's what we use on you. We'll get the pink and the green glow and the dark tape.
Perfect. I
Man.
think that would be fantastic.
Stuff they come up with. Just trying to think. I'm liking this.
I
That
think
would-
it's brilliant.
That would be great. You know how I like this idea. I'm going to use it next year. Still in it.
Okay.
Because I have a waterfall thing for my 20-gallon pond.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't that be neat?
I've got a drywall. You know what this is? It's for
Yeah.
screwing things into a drywall.
Mm-hmm.
It's solid plastic. I'm going to use this as my plug on the opposite side. So I'm going to glue this over here, and when I officially put it in, I'm going to put a whole bunch of silicone.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, when you use silicone, I should have brought some silicone in here. Make sure you use the stuff that doesn't say it's mold free. Okay, you want 100% silicone. And I wish I knew the number off the top of my head what it's called. I want to say what I think it is, but I might be wrong, so I'm not going to. But if it says that it's mold free, don't use it, because that'll kill your beneficial bacteria. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this over here, and this thing is going to go into it. I'm going to smash it in, so that way it's going to have a solid bar going across.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing will be locked in all the time. I really wish I would have drilled this hole a little higher, but that's okay.
Which brand do you use?
What I'll do is I'll shoot the water so it's not shooting down but up, and it will trickle down hopefully. And
I think I found it. What the heck just happened here?
what?
I was trying to find it. I don't know. You know how Home Depot can be.
Oh yeah.
I was
Mhm.
looking for a number, but it's not showing the number.
Yeah, I don't know if it's called 1C or
Yeah, I was trying to.
oh my gosh, I'm thirsty.
Use
We got 10
the
minutes.
well, yeah, we got technically because I set it for 10:10 in case we need a drink or something.
Well,
I need to get some of that silicone.
Mhm.
I have some in the other room or in the garage.
Oh man!
And that's just an activator that you're using there, Ed?
Yep, it's fish tank safe. It's what you use when you're doing aquascapes.
Yep.
Oh, that stuff's awesome.
And then you're just using gel super glue on that, right, Ed?
Yeah, I'm not using a gel. I'm using basically the super glue.
Yep.
It's the
Okay.
same stuff. The gel people started using gel because it's so much better for putting like on frags because you put the gel and it doesn't automatically get solid when it hits the water. It'll still stay gel, and you can stick
Okay.
your coral on your frag in your tank. So it's real
Mhm.
nice for gels for that. It's nice because gels are good for not getting all over your fingers and locking them down. But when you're aquascaping, doggone it, I dropped it. When you're aquascaping, I don't know if anybody uses the gel. I got to
Okay.
scratch this up a little. Because it's such a flat surface. It's got no tooth to stick to. Tooth is like for the glue to get into.
Yep.
Because look, it's perfectly flat. It's like a sheet of
Mhm.
glass, and it fell right
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
And it got down in the hole. I even drilled a little hole to get it into, but it didn't quite hit right.
Sorry, I'm not ignoring you, but I saw something in chat and I'm looking at it.
Mm.
The comment
And
was made that even the clear silicone has some mold-free stuff in it.
oh, bummer.
But I think what it comes down to is it has to be GE1 silicone that people use is the General Electric one.
And I think it's important just that it says that the ingredient is it's 100% silicone, right? I
Yeah.
think that's the concept.
Yeah, because I was going to say that it was had to be like just clear, but even the white and the black, what I don't think you want is paintable silicone because it has a different, it has an additive in it for the paint to adhere to it.
Yeah.
So it's going to have an extra chemical.
Yep.
I mean, if you think about it, pretty much all silicone should be mold free, especially what we use in our tanks. For one, they got water on them, and above it gets, like if you have a space, you don't see mold growing on the corners of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys see this little knob I made?
Yeah.
I'll put a whole bunch of silicone on there and go. Bloop.
And that's it. And it's
That's
in
slick.
there.
That's slick.
That is a great idea, Ed. I think once it's fully starting to grow in, it's going to look amazing.
Yeah, I hope I put this. I think I maybe should have put this a half-inch higher. I may end up patching it and moving this up a half-inch higher.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll probably paint this brown instead of black because I think brown just naturally looks better with green.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think the moss will come out, but you'll probably still see a brown line across it where the water's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the water, you'll always see it. I don't know. But yeah, I really like it. I think It's going to be good. I don't like this hole. I think I'm going to make it. I think I'm going to definitely redo it and make it a little higher on this end. But guys, this is basically it. And then like I forgot to put the hose, but it's pretty obvious. I'm going to take a hose. I was going to fit it over there, use the heat gun again. So the hose locks down on this. And then the hose goes down to the pump that pumps the water up and back down.
Okay.
I think it's a pretty fun idea. I think it was pretty easy. The total cost, let's see, I don't know the cost of the silicone. I think silicone's about $7 for a big bottle, but I just keep using it over and over. I don't know how much the egg crate is anymore because I bought a bunch of egg crate years ago and I've been just using it forever for all the different things I do in the fish room. Like I've got a water sprite that I grow in one of my 110s, but I got duckweed in there. So what I do is I put the egg crate down on top of the duckweed or I push all the water sprite down and the duckweed comes up and then I scoop it off the top that way. So many ways to make egg crate. I used egg crate in my aquascape at the show this weekend to make a cave. So you can just use egg crate for everything. So if you ever see it like somewhere kind of cheap, I would just buy a sheet of it and stick it in your closet because you might need it eventually because I use it all the time. The stupid cardboard, this stuff, it's you can kind of see that it's plastic cardboard. Can you see how the holes are in it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This stuff is great too, but I bought that sheet. I think it's a 3x5 sheet. It was $11. And I know I could have bought 1x2s, which would have been perfect at the Dollar General, but I forgot all about it. Because Dollar General sells smaller ones for in their packing department to put in with to harden your, your shipping your pictures and stuff. But you can also put like garage sale on it and things like that.
Yeah.
But it would have been perfect for this because this is just under 23 inches. It would have been great. But man, I am tickled pink. Oh, and then the light. I forgot how I'm going to do the light. I'm just going to screw my light on like this. And that would be perfect for the algae scrubber if you did algae. Yep. And I'll put it more centered. That wasn't very smart how I did it like that, but I'm going to have it centered. And I think this little light that I spent, I think $5 on Amazon, it's a real low budget one. It's been great for 10-gallon tanks and little projects like this. I bought like 8 of them. And I've been using these things all over the place. And they're perfect. Let's see. I'll move it down a little.
Yeah, it fits perfect for that size, and it's so close. It's not like you're looking for super, super high light. It looks like it's perfect.
Yeah.
You really wouldn't need like an actual, like, some of them, there's so many, depending upon where it's at, there's so many different lights you could use too, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying like, a grow light that we put on aquariums for growing plants, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Probably a tiny, if they had a tiny shop light.
Yep.
Something like that.
So I use Menards lights. I use 2 of the big Menards lights on my 120 or my 110-gallon tubs, and it grows them like crazy. I love Menards. I just wish Menards would come to the South. Every time I go visit my family up north, I make sure I stop at a Menards. Because there's always deals.
I don't know if we have them around here or not.
Oh man, you should get them as your race car deal.
Menards have them sponsor.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
Have a Menards car.
I'm not
we
sure
don't-
they'd be interested.
We don't have Menards out in the Northeast.
I was gonna say I don't think we have it here.
Yeah, we don't have them up here. They are awesome. I've been to them out west in, South Dakota. It's a good one.
Hmm.
Never,
Well,
I'm gonna have
TJ,
next time.
I'm so
up there-
sorry. I was going to end it right now because we want to get over to the nocturnal feeding. TJ, I'm so sorry I didn't get to talk to you more. I was afraid I would be doing an awful lot of crafting and not much talking.
Yeah,
We'll have to have you come back and we'll talk fish more.
I'd love to. No, and sorry I was a little bit late. I knew it was gonna be a little bit tight, so thanks for having me. It was good to catch up with you guys.
You bet. Thank you. And man, Skipper, you're just awesome. You're always a great co-host. You do a great job
Thank you.
helping me. I appreciate it a lot. And all my mods, thank you guys so much for what you guys do. Hi, Uncle Bruce. I love you in Iowa.
Bruce.
And and today's my nephew's Bruce's birthday. He turns 18.
Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I know. He's not watching, I guarantee. But
No,
It's
well,
all
I
right.
don't know. If it's on electronic, you might.
Yeah.
and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to Skipper's. TJ, I'm inviting you, even though I shouldn't, but I'm sure that Skipper would be more than happy if you'd like to come over and hang out with us there.
That would be awesome if you have time. The link's in the private chat for both of you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And thank you everybody for hanging out and watching today. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know if there were super chats, but thank you for those. Thank you,
I
members.
didn't-
Oh, well, that's all right. Thank you, members, for being awesome. And we'll catch you on his show in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, 8 minutes.
Bye, guys. Whoops.